welcome back to J&J's Garage. And as you can see, we picked up this snapper riding lawnmower. If you look right here, this is a 1986 Honda VF500 street bike. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, which is putting this bike engine into this snapper, that's gonna be a good time. Maybe a little sketchy, but it's gonna be a good time. And let's go ahead and top right to it. The bike I got right here, like I said, it's a 1986 Honda VF500, and I bought this thing for $50 on Marketplace. Way rougher shape than I thought. Had low compression, sitting outside with no carburetor, so all the rain was going right down in here into the intakes. So it didn't have any spark, no key. These are the wrong keys, we'll throw them away. And we did get it to run just a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull this bike engine out and start getting after it. All right, guys, you can see we got the engine just sitting in here, and it's definitely bigger than it looked. And I'll tell you one thing, this thing is going to be a wheelie machine is all I know. All this weight on the back. Did run into one issue already, and that's the sprocket, as you can see right up in there. It's pretty far back here, so I'm either going to have to stretch this thing out or try to move the engine forward and move the seat. All right, I decided I'm going to stretch this thing out a little bit more because I don't have a lot of room under the seat, and I want to leave the mower deck and all that stuff on there, and I also might want to drop the seat down a little bit. But I think I bought this mower just because it looked pretty goofy to begin with. So if I stretch it out, it's definitely, it's not going to hurt the looks. All right, a couple issues I ran into already. I'm going to have to lower the rear end at this height so that my chain is at a nice level spot. Otherwise, if it comes down on too much of an angle, it's going to rub the inside of the case back in there. So I got to do that, which is not a big deal, but then it makes my deck rub the ground, and I really want to keep the deck on it just because it adds a unique look to it. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take all these pulleys and all that stuff off and just raise the deck up and weld it straight to the frame. Also, it won't have the Carolina squat look. I'll lower the front end to make it look the same because I'll have to redo all this sketchy steering that's on this. All right, got the frame stretched out. Right now I've got some redneck engineering going on, getting ready to make some motor mounts and yeah, get this thing stable. right, got all the engine mounts put in. Got one up front and 2 in the back. One more up here in this corner. Yeah, that should hold it nice and sturdy. Let's go ahead, keep getting after it. Well guys, as you can see, got the old snapper back on the ground, and yeah, the big part, we got the motor, got all the motor mounts in. This took a while trying to get the motor level and straight and everything, but got the big part knocked out. Got the frame stretched out there, got a little bumper on it, got the whole rear end put in. Yeah, I think it's coming along pretty good, and if everything works out and this thing runs decent, I think this thing's going to be quite the machine. Maybe a little bit sketchy, but she's going to rip. It looks a little goofy right now, but the front end's going to be lowered down, and we're going to hopefully stuff the mower deck underneath. And yeah, this is going to be a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed the build so far. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.